Okay, so this is our first meeting since the kids all did their persuasive SAC on the rights of the individual at the NAPLAN Persuasive Writing Matrix. So I thought it might be a really good idea to spend some time looking at the SACs from a perspective of looking at the matrix. What you've got the other side here, first of all, is the actual criteria just for that one area. So if you were wanting to improve your professional knowledge on what they're looking for when they're looking for ideas, you'd open up that one and it would tell you what it is and the category descriptor for each one. Okay, so ideas that, for example, one ideas appear unrelated to each other, ideas unrelated to the topic or the prompt. So you can see how our rubric is starting to teach the kids how to move beyond one. Then we've got one idea with simple elaboration, and again, because we're talking about the kids with the 3 paragraphs, body paragraphs, that again they can move up past to 2. Then we've got ideas supported with some elaboration. So this is the whole teal stuff that's helping us to teach to this criteria. Ideas that are elaborated can contribute effectively to the writer's position. So that's the sorts of things that we're looking at when we're talking about the use of persuasive techniques. But then you might get to the point where you go, okay, text contains an introduction, a body and a conclusion, but what does that actually look like? So what we've done is to take the samples from the NAPLAN, which the ACARA have provided, and that's the original from the kids. And then what we've done,
Taronga Zoo.
Yeah. The samples, yep. The sample. Oh, sorry. Okay, slowly.
People get sick viewing that.
Yeah, that's a future doctor right there. Yeah, isn't it? I actually don't see that as being too terrible. Some of the ones that I see are worse than that.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the kids sample, and then what we did was we put the criteria in again, so that you've got the criteria there. What we did was to go through and annotate the actual piece of writing, so that you could basically open up any one of those samples and go to the last page, and your professional knowledge is there that tells you what they got. So that, for example, this particular piece got 5 marks for audience. It talks about where they've used stray capitals, which comes under punctuation. So there's about 10 or so samples on there. So it's a really good tool to use to get your professional knowledge improved. Okay. So it's something you can dip in and out of as required when you're trying to understand, because we can understand what it is that the kids are being assessed against. I mean, this is just good quality teaching. We're not talking about teaching the NAPLAN test, we're talking about getting the knowledge that we need to have as teachers to be able to teach the kids what it is that they need to know.